Alright everyone, so I thought we would go ahead and do something pretty interesting today. Actually, a couple of people in the Discord server suggested that I do this, and I thought it was a good idea because this is definitely something that I want to know. So if I want to know this, I'm guessing that some of you guys probably want to know it as well. We're going to go ahead and answer a question, and that question is, how many gold leaves can we end up getting with 25 million Mesos? Now we're going to go ahead and be doing pulls from the 500k chest, and we're going to be extracting everything that we end up getting. Everything, even the epics. So 25 million Mesos, I'm all ready to do this. I've got my Mesos. I've got 57,091 gold leaves. I have that number written down so that I can go ahead and take that and subtract it from what we have to get how many gold leaves we actually get. So I'll have to do some quick basic math at the very end of the video, but it should be pretty simple, and we'll be able to find out how many gold leaves we can get with 25 million Mesos. Now, the reason why I'm picking the number 25 million is because I was originally going to do 50 million, but the video would just be a bit too long, and I don't want to do a really low number because then we won't get a really good sample size, and we might get too many gold leaves, or we might get too few gold leaves, and it really wouldn't be a very accurate number, because if you were to do the same thing, you might get a completely different amount of gold leaves. So 25 million is the number. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go to the shop. Cash shop. We're going to be doing these 500k treasure pulls, which are really good right now because of the super inflated economy. If you want to go ahead and extract for gold leaves, of course, that's what we're doing in this video, but also just taking the gear and fusing it into your epics to get max level epics and then sell those in the trade station, or go ahead and fuse those to get uniques to try to get an emblem. These pulls are actually not that bad. So with everything being said, let's just go ahead and get to it. So here we go. The first pull, we're probably going to do 10 pulls, and then I'm going to go ahead and extract. And I'm actually going to go ahead and save the epics until the very, very end. So we'll see with 25 million Mesos worth of pulls, we just got one right there, how many epics I actually end up getting as well. And of course, we're still going to go ahead and extract. Everything is going to be extracted, the normal, the blues, and even the epics. But normally, if you were to do this yourself, what I would go ahead and suggest is I would probably not actually extract certain epics. Things like epic shoulders, epic capes, and maybe even epic belts, because those actually sell pretty well. And maybe even epic weapons as well, depending on your class and how much weapons are selling for your class. Certain epics I would probably not extract, because they do sell for quite a bit on the trade station. If epics are selling for 400,000 Mesos, which is going to be most of the armors, I would still probably go ahead and extract or use them as fusion material if you decide to fuse gear or level it up. But if it's expensive, I would probably go ahead and save it and try to sell it on the trade station. So what have we gone through? We've gone through 3 million Mesos so far. So once I get down to 20 million Mesos, I'm going to go ahead and do our first extracting and see what we end up getting. So we got 2 more pulls left. Haven't been keeping track of epics, but I know we've gotten a few. And, oh boy, those golden apple pulls. The reason why I'm even able to do this is those golden apple pulls from the other day, man, I got some really good stuff, and a lot of it actually ended up selling. So I have some extra Mesos to work with to do something like this. So if you guys haven't checked out my golden apple pulls for the 5,000 subscribers special, that was the video posted yesterday. Definitely check that out. I don't want to ruin it, but I got pretty lucky. Okay, so here we go. We've got our first 5 million Mesos worth of stuff, and we're going to go ahead and extract it. So we're going to extract the normals and the rares now, and we'll go ahead and save the epics until the end. It also costs a couple of Mesos to extract as well. Alright, so it is telling us we're going to get between 0 and 120 cubes and 0 and 1,065 gold leaves. Now, normally, my experience, the cubes tends to be on the higher end, and the leaves tend to be on the lower end. So my guess would be like 80 or so cubes and probably like 300 or so gold leaves. I could be off, but that's just what I normally end up seeing with numbers like this. So I was a little bit off, I guess, a little bit. Wow, that was actually really bad. It said between 0 and 1,200, and we only got 134 and only 50 cubes. That was not that great. That was actually a really bad extract. Okay, let's go again. So this time 0.74, 0 to 773. Okay, not great either. And we got 7 of these rares. That one was actually not terrible. We got over half for the leaves. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's go back to the cash shop. Back to Meso pulls. Alright, we'll take a look at the entire number at the end. I don't want to get confused. I don't want to get any of you guys confused. So I have the original number of gold leafs that I started with, which was 57,091. And then once we end up finishing all these pulls, then I will go ahead and calculate how many gold leafs we end up getting. And we'll also go ahead and take a look at how many of the cult cubes I get as well. But 25 million Mesos is a decent amount, so the reason why I'm able to do this is because I actually ended up selling a lot of the stuff that I got from those golden apple pulls yesterday, which were very, very lucky. So a big thank you guys for all the support on the channel. Over 5,000 subscribers, the road to 6,000 now. I think we're at about 5,100 at the time of me making this. So thank you guys. I'm really tempted to do more golden apple pulls, so we'll see. Maybe when we get to 6,000 subscribers, I'll let you guys decide what you want me to do. More golden apple pulls, chest pulls, the crystal ones, the one right next to this one. Maybe royal styles. I'll let you guys decide once we get there. We're still about 900 away. And if you haven't noticed, this is probably going to be a bit of a longer video just because it does take time to actually do these chest pulls. But I planned it to not be more than around 20 minutes or so, hopefully. Okay, let's see. We are going to do 2 more of these, and then I'm going to go and extract. And then we'll have 15 million Mesos left. Alright, so we are now at below 15 million Mesos. It costs a few Mesos to extract as well, so we have to keep that in mind. It's very, very low compared to the cost of doing these pulls, though. Okay, so let's go back to extract. We're going to do this a bit quicker. It still says we can get over 1,000. And we get 100 again. That's really bad, guys. I don't know. I think it's telling me we can get too many leaves. 897 is the maximum. We got 259. That one was not terrible. And that one was, it was alright. We're saving the epics for last. We've only actually gotten 4 so far, which really isn't that many for 10 million Mesos worth of pulls. Definitely a bit on the low end when it comes to epics, but maybe we'll get lucky. I have seen up to 3 epics in one of these pulls before. I know that's crazy lucky, but I have seen it, so we are probably a bit below average when it comes to epics. We should have probably closer to 6, 7, maybe even 8. But who knows, maybe we'll start getting a ton of them later on, or maybe this will just be an unlucky set of pulls when it comes to epics. Alright, so we are almost halfway done. We are 2 pulls away from being halfway done with 25 million Mesos worth of pulls. And oh, there's an epic weapon too, which is the best of the epics. That maybe capes and certain shoulders are actually probably better than weapons. So we're getting there. I actually haven't looked at how many gold leaves we have because I don't want to get anybody confused. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the numbers all at the ends and see. And this should be enough pulls to get a pretty good idea of how many. If you were to do the same thing, should be a pretty good idea to be able to tell how many gold leaves you'll end up getting. Alright. There's a cape. Epic cape. Alright, 2 more pulls, and then we're going to go back and extract, and then we have 2 more sets of chest pulls. So we are getting there. We will be below the 10 million Meso point soon. Alright. Any epics? Oh, there we go. Alright. Let's go back to extracting. Alright, still says we can get over 1,000. It was a little over 100 again. Okay, 200. And what do we have for epics? We now have 8 epics, so we doubled our epics in that set of pulls right there, which is pretty good. So that was decent for epics. And we're going to go ahead and extract the epics at the end. Let's see, trade station. Whoops, not trade station. Cash shop. It always confuses me that these pulls are in the cash shop, even though it costs Mesos. So sometimes I get a little fumbled and I forget where they are. Wouldn't expect Meso pulls to be in the cash shop, but I guess it makes sense to put them next to the regular treasure box so that maybe Nexon can tempt people to spend crystals, even though they're just going to normally spend Mesos. Alright. We're getting there. We're almost done. We're probably about 2/3 of the way done with pulls. And that last set of pulls was pretty decent for epics. We doubled them up. We went from 4 to 8. And normally speaking, again, I would probably not extract certain epics. Like epic weapons, epic capes, shoulders, maybe even belts. I'm guessing it's fine to extract armors because they don't normally end up selling for that much. Ooh, we got 2 epics there. That was a good pull. But when it comes to the more expensive epics, I would still probably go ahead and toss them up on the trade station. Now, it's totally fine if you do decide to fuse them, but some epics, like certain belts, they can still sell for quite a bit. Certain capes are selling for probably 1 million Mesos or so. Certain weapons are selling for close to 1 million Mesos. It doesn't matter though, you know, if you want to make a couple extra Mesos, you can go ahead and sell them, but if you end up fusing them, using them to level up gear, or you end up extracting them for gold leaves, it's not that big of a deal, unless you really want to make sure that you're making or spending your money as efficiently as you can. Alright, one more pull and we will be below the 5 million Meso marker. Alright. And go ahead and extract, and then we will have one more extracting session to go. So, are we still gonna get just a little over 100? 100 exactly, wow. 50 cubes and 100 leaves. That's pretty low though, considering it's telling us we can get so many more. I don't know, these numbers seem a bit funky to me. Alright, we have 4,900,000 Mesos left. So, what we are going to go ahead and do is the same thing. We're going to go ahead and do these 500k pulls, but once I get to around 400,000 Mesos, now, I don't have an even number of Mesos because it costs a couple of Mesos to actually end up extracting the gear. So I'm going to have like 380, 400,000, I think it's going to be 400,000 Mesos. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do a couple of single pulls until I can't do single pulls anymore. I want to spend as close to 25 million Mesos as I possibly can. So once we get below 500,000, you'll see. And then that'll be all the gear from 25 million Mesos. And we're going to finish extracting it, see how many gold leaves. But we're also going to go ahead and extract the epics because I have not extracted those yet. Alright, we're below 2.5 million. Ooh, that was a good pull right there. 2 epics and then 1, 2, 3, 3 blues. That's a good pull. That's about as good as it gets. I have seen 3 epics before, but that's incredibly rare. Oh, there's an... Oh, wow. Those are some great pulls. 2 pulls and we got 4 epics. What is going on? Now the epics are starting to catch up to us. Wow, that was a crazy couple back-to-back pulls. 3 in a row? No, that one was not quite as good. All right, below 1 million. And this is the last multi-pull, and then I'm going to go ahead and do 7 quick single pulls to finish it off. That'll give me just enough Mesos to actually go ahead and extract. Alright, so... Oh, that... Okay, again, 7 of these. 2, 3, we want to spend everything. 4, and I want to make sure I still have enough Mesos to actually extract, so 50,000 should be fine. And that'll be everything. As many Mesos as we can spend as close to 25 million. Okay, so we just have 50,000 Mesos left, which is going to be just enough to extract. Oh man, am I going to be short? That would be embarrassing if that was like 10,000 Mesos off. That would actually be really funny. Okay. Alright, the last of the normal gear. 50, 137. Alright, 326. That was the best set right there. Okay, so we have now extracted all the normals and all the rares, and all that we have left are the epics. Now, I didn't want to extract the epics until the very end, because I want to say one more time, normally speaking, if you were to go ahead and do this yourself, if you want gold leaves, if you want cubes, I would honestly go ahead and not extract a lot of epics. Like weapons. Weapons still sell for a decent amount. Even things like capes, shoulders, belts, those are the things that I would honestly just go ahead and keep and not extract. Now, things like the armor, helmets, armor, gloves, boots, these are fine. Normally, I would extract them because the prices of them are pretty low. Most helmets, gloves, boots, and armors are around 300,000 to 400,000 Mesos. But when you go and look up shoulders, capes, and belts, they can still be selling for close to 1 million Mesos, and also weapons as well. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and extract everything just for this video so we can get an accurate number. But if I were you, I would save the more valuable epics. Alright, so here we go. Let's extract the epics, and then we will take a look and see everything. Oh god, this is gonna cost... It costs 5,000 Mesos each. Uh-oh, I'm gonna be short a couple of Mesos. Oh wait, maybe I won't actually. Maybe it's just the weapons actually. So weapons cost 5,000 Mesos each. Wow, the armor only costs 300. Did they forget a 0, or is that the way it's supposed to be? All right, I'm going to have just enough Mesos to do this. Wow, look at that. 12,000 Mesos left is what I will have. So there we go. There's our 18 epics, which is going to give us 0 to 54 cubes and 0 to 1,314 gold leafs. This is it. This is everything. There we go. 391 gold leafs, 31 cubes. That was from the epics. And we have 12,600 Mesos left. We started with 25 million. And as you can see, if you were to go back, we couldn't even do a single pull, even if we wanted to. So that is 25 million Mesos worth of pulls. And now let's take a look. We have 59,517 gold leafs. Let me write that down. 59,517. Now, I started this with 57,091 gold leafs. So now let me subtract what I started with what we have now. 59,517 minus 57,091. And we got 2,426 gold leafs. So once again, 2,426 gold leafs from 25 million Mesos worth of pulls. Now let's also see how many cubes we ended up getting. Okay, so here's the occult cubes that we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 11. But it's not 600 because it's only 99. So it is, what is that? 595 plus 11, so 606 occult cubes as well. So what is that? 25 million Mesos, and we got less than 2,500 gold leafs. So we got on about 100 gold leafs for every 1 million Mesos. So that's a pretty important number. I don't know. That seems pretty expensive. I don't know. So on average, we are going to be getting about 100 gold leaves for every 1 million Mesos, because we did 25 million Mesos worth of pulls, and we got a little less than 2,500 gold leaves. 2426 to be exact. So with that being said, if you were to go ahead and do these treasure chest pulls, and you wanted to get 80,000 gold leaves. So let's just say, let's go to the shop. You wanted to go ahead and get enough of these rank up stones to turn your unique into a legendary. 80,000 gold leaves. That would end up costing you 800 million Mesos. Wow, that's very expensive. So this will give you a good idea. If you guys want to go ahead and do those chest pulls to end up extracting and getting gold leaves, it's going to be pretty expensive. So there you have it. This was fun to do. You guys asked me to do it in the Discord server. So if you guys ever have any suggestions for fun videos like this, let me know. You can let me know in the Discord server, of course. You can let me know on Twitter. The links to both of those will be in the description. I really enjoy taking your ideas and turning them into videos. So if you guys have any suggestions as well, let me know in the comments section. Always happy to listen. And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video and if this helped out, feel free to toss a quick like on the video. Only takes about a quarter of a second, and it really does help out. So thank you very much, guys. And once again, thank you so much for over 5,000 subscribers on the channel. If you guys missed it, we did golden apple pulls yesterday, 2,700 crystals worth of golden apple pulls. So there will be a link at the end of this video if you guys missed out and you want to watch that. It was tons of fun. I did get very, very lucky, and I am looking forward to that 6,000 subscriber special to maybe go ahead and do some more pulls. So if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to get notifications of future videos and also look forward to a fun 6,000 subscriber special, if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to enter the 4,950 crystal giveaway. Link in the description. Only takes a second, and I've thrown a lot of info at you guys. I know this was a longer video, but with that being said, thanks again, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, guys, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.